A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
Reed on the play action. Dances away. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now here's Reed. Keeps looking downfield. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback keep. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. A great catch and run for 6.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive. They end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always point to the future, Like, they need to win today. Like, their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year, in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's a give to Frazier. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Stockton. Safe completion on the screen. Snags it and he's open. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. There he goes. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Georgia going up tempo. In the red area, it's Frazier. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Swings it out to his running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 35, he's open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense drags him down.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
The run inside. It's Edwards. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throwing Reed. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Run in the red zone. It's Edwards. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, is really proven to be a great back.
A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll send the tight end in motion. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Phillips. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Running inside, it's Phillips. This defense rises to the occasion, and now deep in this game, will they send out the field goal unit or go for it on 4th and short?
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. On the ground, it's Edwards. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the 1st. Could be an alley. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Reed. The screen. He's got wheels. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Right down the middle. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Nittany Lions, just laying the wood to those dudes so far today. We haven't even hit the half in this top 5 matchup, and we're approaching blowout city. A testament to just how good this group is. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The run inside. It's Frazier. Might have a chance. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Runs through a tackle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
They'll run it. It's Frazier. And he's in! Touchdown, Dawgs!
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly, could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half, came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement out front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Here's Reed to throw. Here's the pressure. Gets away. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Reed. Floats it out in space. Turning it on. Gets away from one, finds room. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Quick release on the RPO. Makes the grab in their space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. Pulled down for the tackle.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone. 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Frazier. Plows through the defense. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release by the QB. Crosses to 40. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Handoff for Frazier. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Great place to start for this offense. On the run, it's Edwards. Picks up the first down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
But when you're backed up on the goal line like this, you've got to play quick with your eyes. You've got to be able to react to where the football is. It's not easy to do on these jet sweeps, but the defense did it there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Now here's Reed. Quarterback moving. Going for 6. Touchdown, Aggie. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a give to Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Shows him the stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to 3rd and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on 3rd down.
To the air, it's Stockton. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He'll try to take it back. The pick 6, he takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. This time he wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Finding an escape route. 7-yard pickup on that one. Third down and 3 coming.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Wants to throw. It's Stockton. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Owens. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Reads it, fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Throwing Reed. Swings it out to the flat. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Texas A&M going quickly. Again, it's Reed. He's going for the goal line. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
So they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd and goal from the 1. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean.
Touchdown, Texas A&M! And the pummeling has started. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play.
Runs through, man. He might have some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the pass?
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Reed. Here comes the heat. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together and all three